Sailor Moon Crystal, Dragon Ball Z Super, and Girl Meets World, there have been a lot of reboots and reimaginings of things that I love very dearly in my life, and for the most part they've all been disappointing as fuck. I mean, Crystal was just subpar for the longest time, to the point where I gave up watching it even though I was trying to defend it. I was trying to be on your side, Crystal. I was trying to say you're just trying to be like the manga, but then I would read the manga and I'd be like, this is not the same thing. Like it just didn't get the panel for panel wasn't cutting it, okay? Dragon Ball Super, it's not terrible, but I just don't see the point of it. You understand? Like, I enjoy these characters, and so far it's not ruining them for me. I mean, it's not GT, but I am left with this confusion as to why this is something worth spending time on. I mean, just go with the movies. There's no point in milking this franchise until it's just like, the teat can only give you so much. I just feel like Dragon Ball needs to be allowed to just stop. It's never gonna die. It's one of the most successful shonen mangas of all time. Every manga writer from then on is gonna always be inspired by Dragon Ball. It is here. It is the Bible of shonen. Let it rest, please. Girl Meets World fuck with Angela, so you know I was mad at them. Can you believe that bullshit? Broke up Shawn and Angela for what? For what? Bullshit. And just, that show is just so dumb. I tried, I really did, because I recognize it's not for me. But I rewatched Boy Meets World recently, like within the last 2 years. I rewatched it, and yes, Boy Meets World is cheesy. Yes, it has some very weird episodes that I fast forward through completely. However, the charm, the fun, the maturity of that show, even from season 1, is not there. Even from season 1, Mr. Feeney was making Corey think about some real deep shit. Whereas Girl Meets World doesn't even know how to spell depth, let alone deal with it. So that's what makes that show frustrating to me. I mean, the Shawn and Angela thing was just like the cherry on the top. It was the fuck you doo-doo on top of a huge pile of shit. It was the final fuck you doo-doo. Doo-doo cherry. It was just, so all of these have just been kind of like, meh. But in all of this, there has been one shiny ray of delicious happy hope. That's been Gem. Gem, and who would have thought that of all of the reboots in all of the world in comics, not that bullshit ass looking movie trailer, I'll get to that, but not that. That was bullshit. But who would have thought that my sparkly pretty Gem would have made such a good comic? And it's so good. It's like they understood how to make it better. Which, if you compare the trailer, like, you know, I wish I could, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna watch the trailer and I'm gonna go through what's wrong with this fucking piece of shit. Just through everything, if I can tolerate it. Because every time I've seen a movie and that trailer has come on, I just think to myself, it doesn't help that the character that's playing Gem is that chick from Nashville that I do not like. Lila, I think, the one that's married to my boy Will, or was married to him, and now she's hooking up with the fucking sketchy dude from, what the fuck is his name? The guy who slept with Hayden Panettiere and fucked up her whole shit with Avery, that motherfucker. That shit got me upset. So I don't even care about him. But let's go through this Gem trailer, because this is, first of all, can I just say the screenshot? This is Gem. This is Gem. Whatever this is, I don't know what that is, but it's not Gem. And it's just, alright, let's talk about this.
I, Jerica Benton, am living the most unexceptional life. Get one of those grocery bags? My sister Kimber and I live with our Aunt Bailey and her 2 foster kids. Here.
Okay. Okay. I don't know how they're gonna deal with this in the movie, but let me just say this first part. Why is Jerica, my life is so dull and boring, I hate it. Why? Okay? Jerica motherfucking Benton, president of Starlight Industries, was not I can't. I'm getting like it hurts my spirit because I love Gem. I know I'm too young to have watched it while it aired, but you see I got this box set. I've been watching that for a long time, okay? I fucking love Gem. And Kimber, it doesn't look like Kimber, and then Aja, and why aren't they all just stepsisters, foster sisters like they were in the original material? Was that so hard? Could you just not deal with that?
Is sing one of your songs. I don't like being on camera.
That's the thing. Alright, I'm not gonna go through all this because I'm just getting a headache, but here's my problem with the Gem movie trailer. Gem in this show is an adult. She is a grown woman. She's the president of her own company. She helps run an orphanage to take care of foster children. And part of the reason why she becomes Gem is to help support herself, her company, and these girls. There's a larger meaning to why she's Gem than fucking teen angst. And she chooses to become Gem. At least in the comics they made her have stage fright. Which, okay, that makes sense. That's normal. She's still an active character. She's still not like, I don't want to be on camera. Like, that's not the thing. She's not sitting around moping, whatever. She just doesn't have that set of confidence. And it's done well. Like, I wish I had a comic with me right now because I left them at my old house. But if you look at the panels, and I'll try to put them up here. If you look at the panels, they make Jerrica very tiny in comparison to her sisters. Everything about her in that artwork illustrates why she's so insular. And Gem is this huge figure who helps her come out of her shell. Gem is Jerrica, able to see herself as she truly is. And that comic works that way because it gives her a flaw, gives her a reason to become Gem that modern audiences can't understand without going into these very basic fucking tropes. And it's just everything about how like she's gonna end up like, oh, turning against her band because they're not a family. All of this bullshit drama that was never there, except for Kimber. Kimber would be a hater sometimes, word. But it's just, what's the improvement? What are they developing? First of all, they made everyone lighter. They made everyone like, cause you know, Aja and Shayna couldn't just be Chinese and black. They had to be half-half because that's how they can do that better. And I'm not saying that you can't have mixed race people, but they weren't mixed race. Shayna was dark skinned, okay? And you can be dark skinned and mixed race. They could have had a dark skinned mixed race girl there. No, they know what they were doing. Same thing with Aja, okay? When you have the posters side by side, you can't even tell Shayna's supposed to be black. And that's problematic as fuck because Shayna was dark skinned representation. The comic, however, not only did they keep chocolate, they gave us more chocolate. They made Kimber, first of all, Kimber looks so fucking cute. I love her. They made Stormer, you know, full body figure. There's so many different body types, and there's, you know, Kimber and Stormer are in a relationship. Kimber she seems to be bisexual and Stormer seems to be a lesbian. I don't know for sure right now. It doesn't really matter, but they're having a interesting relationship built upon the canon of the comics, of the television show. You have all these different groups and ethnicities and races in this comic. You get them to have full conversations, ability to be developed people, and you get all of that in these short little comics. That's how you reboot a series. That's something that was missing in Sailor Moon Crystal. Why are you doing the same designs, the same stories that don't translate well? Make them different. Make them new. Make them something fun. We still know what Sailor Moon is, just make it something different. At least Super is trying to do a different arc, not just, you know, reanimates everything like they did with Kai again. Mid-20s and up are gonna know Gem from their childhood. Okay, I know Gem because I have an older sister and because I have the internet. And I'm sure there are younger fans of Gem, but there is no reason to make this movie and make it be some half-assed interpretation of a show that people loved. I linked to an article by Collector Weekly because they basically explained Gem almost fucked up Barbie's whole bank account. Okay, it was fucked up. Okay, Gem was a huge deal, and she still there's a huge gem fan base. This movie would have easily made money. Just get a good cast. It doesn't have to be anyone special, and for the most part, it's not. You just could have just made a fun, updated version of a really fun show that people enjoyed, but you didn't. And you know what? Fine. Now we have the comic. We have a better reboot. And I think, I'm not against reboots or remakes, but I would like them to just improve. You don't have to be the same thing you were 20 years ago.